Extinction is a Netflix original film about a man doing all that he can to protect his family after his life is brought to a glaring halt by a world-ending event. And straight off the bat, doesn't that premise seem somewhat familiar? Like, didn't Netflix release a similar film recently? Like in the same month? About a week apart? Why yes, they did! How It Ends, a film about a man doing all that he can to protect his pregnant wife after his life is brought to a glaring halt by a world-ending event. I don't really understand this oddly clustered schedule either, but hey, at least I can say this one's slightly better. So the film opens with our protagonist Peter, or as I like to call him Sad Sack, monologuing this depressing ass speech about how people just do the same shit over and over again and we don't even really know who we are. Basically, he's like the polar opposite of Louise from Ant-Man. Then a bunch of people get torn up in the street by some large caliber weaponry and the building he's in is blown up. We are just really getting thrown into this, huh? Oh no, it was just a nightmare. Or was it? Well, I mean, the trailer's already spoiled that for everyone, so who the hell cares? So now we're introduced to the rest of the Sack family. There's Monkey Girl, whose primary defining trait is that she owns a monkey toy. Lonely Mum, who can't remember what her friends look like.
Getting to forget what our friends look like.
And this other weird one whose hobbies consist of standing in the elevator all day. Yep, these are the characters we're going to be rooting for. Sad Sack then heads off to his job, where he works on the set of 2001: A Space Odyssey apparently, and his dreams begin to manifest themselves as waking hallucinations, prompting him to visit a mental wellness facility. Here we're also briefly introduced to Sad Sack's boss on his day off from fighting crime in Harlem, as well as Lonely Mum's boss, who very much seems like he's in love with her. Both these individuals seem poised for potential character or maybe conflict development, but then nothing really comes of either, so whatever I guess. But anyway, Sad Sack heads to the wellness facility ready to try and get some help before promptly leaving again after one conversation with his potential crazy guy convinces him otherwise. So at this point we're roughly a quarter of the way through the movie, and while it's been a somewhat slow start, the central mystery of why exactly Sad Sack is having these lucid premonitions has done well to keep me invested. It's the central driving force of the film which sets it apart from other such titles. It's like the bubblegum at the centre of a gobstopper, the strawberry jam and a sugar donut. Oh wait, never mind. Here come the invaders. Ah well, I guess that mystery is just going to be swept under the carpet for the next half hour, while the film instead tries its best to mimic the heart-in-your-mouth cat-and-mouse tension of the first Alien movie, or more specifically, the raptors in the kitchen scene from Jurassic Park. Fucking hell, monkey. Another thing that I noticed here is our protagonist doesn't really seem to possess a broad spectrum of emotion. Everyone else is busy freaking the F out, and he just sort of goes around with this slightly confused look on his face. I mean, look at him. He's just stood there like, hey, so what seems to be the hold-up, guys?
Yes or no?
I'm sorry, if it's between taking the girls back through the building or putting them in that thing.
If we stay here, we die. If we go through the building, we die.
And if we go on that rickety ass thing, we're probably going to die as well. So, which way do you want to die?
Blocks, right?
I mean, they're dead now, right? They would definitely be dead from that. Okay, so all of a sudden we're expected to believe he can fix this alien weaponry he's never seen before by prodding at it a couple times with some copper wire. Who's to say these things even run on electricity? Also, we've been given no indication that this man is any sort of genius. Literally all we've seen him do so far is break a machine at his job, and now we're just expected to believe he can do this nonsense. Finally, after around 25 minutes of the Sack family being stalked by this lone alien across the practically deserted city, it all culminates in a fist fight in the sewer. At least, I think it does. I couldn't really make out much. The use of lighting throughout the film, or lack thereof, is employed well enough to disguise the fact that this is a somewhat low-budget movie. But there are honestly times when you really can't see a damn thing. Peter wins the fight, I know that much at least, and he finally gets the chance to confront one of these alien beings. And that's when I'm going to have to stop talking. Anything else here would be major spoilers, and for anyone that hasn't seen the film, from here until the end is where you've really got to experience it for yourself. Said mystery from earlier comes back into play, and there's some actually kind of cool stuff which I really didn't see coming. So I guess that just about does it for Extinction. It's a decent enough story with something a bit different from the norm, and despite one or two silly moments, it's not entirely implausible. However, having said that, the ending of the film does seem somewhat rushed. The film's only an hour and a half long, and it seems like they didn't want to push it any further, as they were somewhat scared to properly delve into some of the more meaningful themes that crop up at the back end of the story. Or maybe they just won't have a budget, who knows. So, I don't really have any kind of rating system set up with things like this yet, but if you were going to compare this film to a restaurant, I guess you could call it McDonald's. It's nice and quick, enjoyable enough, just lacking a little bit of meat in the middle. But still, it'll do for a Friday night in. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then why not give it a cheeky like? And if you're feeling especially generous, then bring that mouse on down and press that subscribe button. It would really help me out, and I'm sure we'll be best buds for life. Anyway, this has been Stuart, and I will catch you later. Peace.